while we're here at Aaron Mills, so might as well check out Sunrise Records. I heard through the grapevine, the long, tenuous physical media grapevine, that there's actually a sale going on for Kino Lorber Blu-ray. So check it out. Hopefully they have some good stuff. $12, even $5 Blu-rays. Canadian. That's like, I don't know, $3, $2. That's pretty good for a boutique, so let's check it out. Kino Lorber's there. They got a little Criterion sale going on. That's fun. That's fun. Tiger Syndrome. Oh, they do. Okay, there's a sale going on. $12. But certain items are $12. Certain items are not. I was hoping this would be $12. Weird how they select the sales. So maybe the Kino sale starts from here down here. So I guess from here all the way down to here, this sale. $5.99, wow. Then we checked. Funny Bones. Oh, that's cool. So we are back from Sunrise Records. That was very unexpected. Didn't really hear much that there was a sale going on. Then I saw that Kino Lorber themselves shared a post from a fellow Canadian and saying, hey, Sunrise Records is having a sale, 50% off on their Blu-rays, on selected Blu-rays, not all the Blu-rays, which I was a bit bummed out because there was a few Blu-rays I really wanted to get, Pasolini, Gambit, those kind of things. Those were on sale. Those aren't really on sale on the actual website. They're about $20 a pop US, so it's a bit more than I'm willing to spend for a Blu-ray. But you can't really go wrong on these picks. All of these are blind buys. They're films that I haven't seen yet, but they have decent reviews and they have a cast that I'm really intriguing into getting. Starting off with the movie that I saw that I immediately picked up with, that was, some say is the first ever zombie movie, I guess you'd say, and that is White Zombie, Bela Lugosi, White Zombie. I think I have the Clipper Case DVD that I got when I was like 10 years old that I still haven't watched yet, but I heard this is really good. It's a mastered in HD from a 35mm fine grain master, so hopefully that looks pretty good too. It has dual edition, includes both the digitally restored version as well as the raw enhanced film transfer. So I'm guessing maybe there's potentially DNR or something like that, because what would be the difference if you're just cleaning up the image? So maybe they have a cleaned up version, and then maybe they have just a raw 4K scan, which is really intriguing, sounds really cool. And then you have an audio commentary by film historian Frank Thompson, intimate interviews made in 1932, a 6-minute interview with Bela Lugosi mastered in HD from 35mm elements, and then you got a 1951 theatrical reissue trailer, and then a stills gallery, which, let me know down below, do you guys actually look at the stills gallery? I feel like that's a bit of I don't know, am I just gonna watch, I guess, like high-res images of like on-set behind-the-scene photos? Maybe that'd be cool, but I don't know, it just feels weird sitting back on my couch watching the TV as a bunch of like photos go by, maybe as music plays, which I guess could be, you know, cool, but I prefer something in motion. Maybe if there was like just candid video of behind the scenes, but again, this was from the 1930s, 1932, so I don't know if they'd be, you know, wasting film back then, because I think back then it was very expensive, obviously, film, but obviously they didn't really respect kind of film. Like I know Universal, I believe it was, that they just, or Fox maybe, 20th Century Fox, they didn't give a shit about their older films. They just burned them down, you know, to save space, which absolutely makes no sense. But yeah, that was kind of the kind of treatment towards movies, that it was basically like, hey, here's the soup of the day, let's get rid of that to do the new soup, right? But that's not how film works. Film can be loved and restored and cherished for decades and decades, no matter how old it is. So same with White Zombie. Now they had another version of this that was saran wrap, which I didn't want. I wanted this version because if you find Blu-rays that are like this, that have this folding creases on it, that's the one you should get. But if it comes, I don't know if I have an example here. Let me see if I can find it. So this is technically a box set, but this won't affect the cardboard. But if you see like a Blu-ray case that's sealed like this, I highly recommend you stay away from that, because it warps the shit out of the plastic, and you get these really weird veiny like damaged like veins kind of thing on the actual plastic. So if you see a Blu-ray or a 4K and it doesn't have a slip cover or whatever, and it comes in a seat and it's sealed, but it has that kind of like heat gun saran wrap thing, don't pick it up, because the case is going to be all fucked up unless you have extra cases. But for me, I prefer to have it as pristine edition as possible. So if you can find it factory sealed with the actual folding on that, that is a lot better. Yeah, White Zombie on Blu-ray. Really excited to get into this. How old is this release? A 2013 Kino Lorber release. This came out in 1932. This is in black and white. 67 minutes, 1.33 by 1. 2.0 mono track, and 1920 by 1080. Really excited to get into this. Again, I've heard so many great things about this. You can't go wrong with Bela Lugosi. He was kind of shafted in the later years based on he's such a great actor, but I think a lot of people are like, oh, Boris Karloff. I think he didn't want to play Frankenstein. Maybe that kind of soured his relationship with Universal and other studios. Maybe, who knows? He was also an immigrant, and I know a lot of people. Was Boris Karloff born in the United States? Let me double check check that. So Boris Karloff was actually from the United Kingdom. So yeah, I guess, you know, there's kind of a xenophobic type style of this Hungarian actor. It's like, ooh, he's European. Oh, even though I guess the United Kingdom is European, but they're overtly on the on the Allied powers as opposed to the Axis powers. Let me see. What is this? A History Channel? Let me freaking get Hungary. He's actually from Romania. I thought he was from Hungary for a second. Yeah, so Romania was a part of the Axis powers, which were the bad guys, I guess, if you want to say, during World War II. So that could be a possibility and why they kind of shunned away from Bela Lugosi, also because he did have quite a thick Romanian accent, so that might have been a bit like Hollywood did not want to really kind of test those waters, because even when they had the kind of the red fear, the red, you know, whatever, when people didn't like Russians or Soviets or anyone who tried to associate themselves with a left or leaning or I guess communist side. You know what I'm talking about? So again, so his career was kind of not cut short in a sense, but kind of negated by the fact that, oh, he's a part of a group of people who are from the Axis powers and that kind of stuff, which is very unfair because he was a fantastic actor, really great. Just his visual, just the facial animations and just his face in films is just fantastic. He's able to convey such emotion and just such, like, you know what he's thinking just through his face. You know, a lot of people like to hide behind their lines and just, you know, try to emote what they're saying. Like if you see, especially during these early films, 1920s, 30s, and 40s, a lot of the actors, and I'm not hating on that kind of genre, a lot of actors, really, most of their emotion came from the inflection of their voices as opposed to their traditional, you know, acting, because back then a lot of it was, yeah, you see, oh boy, you see, I can't know what I mean. I'm not talking about Jimmy Stewart, but those kind of people who try to rip off Jimmy Stewart, those kind of people were like, well, I got to, well, I don't see why you can be like such that. And they don't really have much in the way of those kind of, you know, just natural acting. I don't know, back in the day, back in Hollywood, it was kind of grandiose to be an actor in a movie, but I think Bela Lugosi was really down to earth and he actually acted like a human being. I don't know. So that's why I really do enjoy these kind of early horror thriller movies. It's just because, you know, a lot of the monsters or a lot of the kind of opposing people just were humans, and they portrayed being humans or portrayed being like actual people. But he can turn on a dime and be absolutely insane, absolutely deranged. So White Zombie, long-winded introduction, White Zombie. I am super happy to add this to the collection for $12. That's a pretty good spanking deal. That's like $9 US, or maybe I think $8 US. That's a pretty good deal. So yeah, White Zombie. This was the one I had the most knowledge about, and the rest of these I'm extremely blind on. But yeah, Bela Lugosi, White Zombie, Kino Classics. I'm not a big fan of this border. I might make my own custom slipcover for it to make it more uniform with my other Kinos in my collection, because I have them all displayed with the slipcovers on the spine, so it's very nice. So yeah, first pickup. Second pickup was this movie called Old Stone by Johnny Ma. I know nothing about this film. It sounds very interesting, and it has pretty high reviews on Metacritic, Letterboxd, IMDb. I really like that artwork on the front of it. I have no idea. In the frenzied, cacophonous urban China of Johnny Ma's stunningly assured, darkly gripping first feature, Old Stone, a car accident doesn't just cause physical damage, it wrecks souls. Okay, so Johnny Ma's thrilling debut feature. Now, I could sound stupid, but I'm not 100% sure who Johnny Ma is. Let me actually Google that and see. Johnny Ma, I probably know some of his films, if he's, but Johnny Ma, he is the director for Homemade, To Live, To Sing. I don't know any of these films. Yeah, but Johnny Ma, I saw a few good reviews from this. Again, really like the artwork on this, and I might make a custom slipcover for this. Another reason why I pick it up. And for $12, you can't go wrong. They have the original price. Let me see if I can actually take off the sale sticker and see how much it actually costed, how much Sunrise Records was actually selling this for. Because a lot of their Blu-rays are like $30. So that's why I don't usually tend to buy from them. But, you know, sometimes they have some decent sales. You know, they did really disappoint me last year when it came to their, when it came to their Black Friday. So yeah, it originally went for $32.99. So a third of the price. It's what it's cost now. So that was a pretty good deal. Johnny Ma, in Old Stone, directed in Old Stone. It looks pretty cool. Behind the scenes footage, deleted scenes, Grand Canal, a short film by Johnny Ma, and trailers. Region A, 2016, 80 minutes, China/Canada. That's pretty cool. 2018, made in USA. So yeah, Johnny Ma. I don't know much about this film. Let me know if you have seen this movie. And yeah. And then the next pickup was just I couldn't pass on this all-star cast. You got Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Vincent Price all in one movie, and that is Scream and Scream Again. Now again, another blind buy that I mainly got for its casting, and because that's a pretty sick cover, I'm not gonna lie. For 12 bucks again for a Kino release. A serial killer who drains his victim's blood is on the loose in London. They hunger for power, thirst for blood, and make each helpless pleading victim scream and scream again. Horror legends Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, and Peter Cushing star in this masterwork of style and suspense about a group of sadistic madmen plotting to take over the world, one severed body part at a time. Directed by cult filmmaker Gordon Hessler, known for The Oblong Box, which I have in my collection, with a screenplay by Christopher Wicking, known for Cry of the Banshee, which I do also have, it's a pretty good movie, and based on a novel by Peter Saxon, Murder at Site 3, co-starring Judy Huxtable, known for The Psychopath. The special edition includes the original UK and American cut, so it comes with 2 cuts of the film, audio commentary by film historian Tim Lucas, trailers from hell with Mick Garris, so I'm guessing he's also commentating over the trailers maybe, or I don't know. Includes both US and UK versions, radio spots, and theatrical trailers. So one cut is 94 minutes and one cut is 95 minutes. So I honestly don't know what the difference would be. Maybe the showing of a weapon, because I know in some regions in the UK, they're not allowed to show certain weapons. Like I know for the longest time, nunchucks weren't allowed to be shown in movies. Because I don't know, for some reason I guess you weren't allowed, because I know the gun laws are a lot stricter in the UK, so I guess you know showing people ideas for other weapons that people could use, I guess the government doesn't like that being portrayed in movies or something, so that's probably why, who knows. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into this Scream and Scream Again. I'll probably wait till Halloween till I really dive into these when I'm really in the mood. Again, I can watch horror movies whenever, it's just I like to be a part of that mood. I'm looking for more movies. Again, 31 days, 31 films. I'm hoping to at least watch 1 or maybe even 2 movies a day if I don't have school or whatever. So yeah, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Vincent Price in Scream and Scream Again. And the last pickup, I only picked up 4 Blu-rays because it wasn't that much stuff that I really wanted. A lot of 80s cheesy comedies, a lot of what's it called? A lot of low-budget westerns that I really didn't know about, that I didn't really want to spend that much money on. Again, $12 is not much, but it adds up, and there's a lot of Kino Lorber stuff coming out soon. The Jackie Chan collection, part 2 is coming out soon. And Arrow sales, Kino sales on the website, and a lot of other stuff that I'd rather spend my money on. I want to just needlessly, because these 4 are costing me how much? $58.84. So again, that adds up, right? So this next one I think is the highest rated out of all of these, and that is The Unknown Soldier, a film by Aku Louhimis. I believe this is a newer film. The most expensive movie ever produced from Finland, which I love Finnish movies, Finnish, Swedish, those kind of Norse-ish type film areas. The monumental war drama Unknown Soldier broke box office records in its homeland upon release, based on the classic novel by Vainio Linna. I'm sorry about that. It tells the story of an infantry unit's 3-year tour of duty during the Finnish continuation war, which I don't know much about. The film follows the story of Raka, Karilioto, and Koskela, Hiatnan, and Hiatnan, oh my gosh, these names, and their brothers in arms. It shows how friendship, humor, and the will to live unite these men on their way to the battlefront and back. The war changes the lives of each of the soldiers as well as the lives of those on the home front, and leaves its mark on the entire nation. It comes with Into the Unknown, the making of The Unknown Soldier, behind the scenes, post-production featurettes, trailers. It is 16:9, 180 minutes long, Finnish with optional English subtitles, 7.1 surround sound, which is really cool. I wouldn't really expect a Blu-ray to have 7.1. I could be wrong, but and then color. So yeah, the most expensive movie ever produced in Finland, and this has the highest amount of this has the highest rating out of all of these films. So really interested to pick these up. You know, I know a lot of people don't like war films, but I like war films. You know, I kind of like the one because I love period pieces, and war films are kind of, you know, ingrained within period pieces depending on the war. World War I, World War II, early 20th century war films, like based in the early 20th century, are my bread and butter. I just love those. Yeah, because I think a lot of them, well, especially these newer ones, are kind of more towards the anti-war as opposed to some of the kind of, you know, really early after World War I or after World War II, you know, just, you know, leaving out a few, because there's a lot of really great anti-war films. Come and see things like All Quiet on the Western Front. But there's a lot of just like, yeah, we're here to save the day. We're here to, you know, take over the bad guys, and we're here to have a victorious win. Because a lot of, you know, a lot of the time the Allied powers won, right? You know, World War I, World War II, the Allied powers won, which do include the UK and what's it called? The UK, Soviet Union, and the United States, and, you know, the British Commonwealth, those kind of things. So movies based from that perspective are a bit, yeah, you see, we won the day, and I don't really like those movies. But movies based in maybe Europe, those movies I tend to like more, because they kind of show the brutality of war. It's not just a means to an end to beat the bad guy, more of it showing that, hey, this is an unnecessary fucking bullshit that these immature, you know, politicians can't get their shit straight, so they're going to be sending thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people to their grave because they can't settle an argument. So I like when war films kind of tackle that brutality and that kind of, you know, that kind of seriousness of it, besides just like, oh, look at them guns and which a lot of Vietnam films do, and I really don't like that. But that's why I really don't like Vietnam War films. Besides a few of them that are, you know, kind of the best, like, you know, Platoon I love. I don't know if you'd classify Jacob's Ladder as a Vietnam film. It kind of centers around Vietnam. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, those were today's pickups from, this is my first Kino sale haul. Expect another Kino sale haul from the actual Kino Lorber website. That is, it'll take its sweet time, because again, it's coming from the United States, and I'm in Canada, so that will take a bit. And again, you know, because, you know, sale, what's it called? The sale's going on, so there's a high traffic, so obviously that's going to take a bit more. But stay tuned for that. And yeah, so thank you for joining me along with this hunting video. First hunting video in a while. I haven't really been posting much content because I have been busy with work and, you know, applying for schools and those kind of things. So that's been taking my time. So I apologize for that. But again, thank you so much for 1,500 subscribers. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, because it means a lot to me. And yeah, so those were today's pickups. Let me know down below what you got. Actually, no, keep that for the next video, because I'm really interested in seeing what you guys got, because this year's Kino Lorber sale, I don't know if it's because I've bought every Kino Lorber 4K that wasn't on sale before that, but, you know, a lot of this year's sale was kind of more catered towards the Blu-ray collector. So I'm interested to see what you guys got then. But anyways, that was today's video. Hope you enjoyed this hunting video, first in a long time. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because it is free and it means a whole lot to me. So yeah, please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. Please stay safe. God bless. Peace, cheers, long live physical media, and until I see you guys next time, have a good one. Peace out, guys.